Good day, I am Marian Verso from Group 6, Section 4 NU10, representing Batch Eximius, here to present our degree paper entitled The Effectiveness, Perceived Acceptability, and Level of Difficulty of Foot Reflexology, a basis for recommendation as a potential nursing skill. Foot reflexology is the act of applying pressure to the foot with specific thumb, finger, and hand techniques without the use of oils, creams, or lotions. As a form of complementary and alternative therapy, or CAT, reflexology was sadly the least known and experienced therapy for the faculty as well as graduate and nursing students. This caught the researchers' attention. That's why we wanted to be advocates of the use of foot reflexology as a nursing intervention for patients with pain compared with other therapies that were already common in practice. The conceptual framework or the backbone of this study is comprised of three factors: effectiveness, perceived acceptability, and level of difficulty, which contributed to become the basis for recommendation of foot reflexology as a potential nursing skill. For the statement of the problem, what is the effectiveness, the perceived acceptability of foot reflexology, as well as the level of difficulty and experience of learning and applying foot reflexology? Effectiveness is based on how much 15 students from the experimental group felt the effect and usefulness of foot reflexology as a complementary therapy in alleviating pain. Perceived acceptability, the second factor, was measured with the use of a Likert type of questionnaire. It determines if the subjects accept foot reflexology as a nursing skill in pain alleviation. And lastly, the level of difficulty was based on 7 senior nursing students who voluntarily underwent training of foot reflexology. Factor is based on whether the students are open to the possibility of it being a nursing skill. The objectives are as follows: to describe and compare both groups in terms of their profile, which includes gender, age, lifestyle, sleep, pain medications, and lastly, pain and stress levels. Also to describe and compare the effectiveness, perceived acceptability, and level of difficulty of foot reflexology in alleviating pain and stress. They applied foot reflexology to 30 junior and senior nursing students with pain like headache, leg, and other body pains. Everyone is noted to be stressed. 2 groups have 15 members each. A questionnaire shows the effect in pain and stress alleviation. Let us begin looking at the results with the subject's profile, which is composed of their gender, age, exercise, lifestyle, sleep, pain medications, and pain and stress levels. For the gender, the subjects were randomly assigned into 2 groups, control and experimental. Majority of our participants were females, but this does not affect any differences in terms of gender distribution between both experimental and control groups. For the age, the participants are mostly 18 years of age, which implies that majority are of legal age. In the experimental group, most of them are 20 years of age. In comparison to the gender distribution, there isn't any significant difference between the 2 groups. For exercise and lifestyle are significantly correlated and the others aren't. If a subject exercises for a long time, he has an active lifestyle, otherwise a sedentary one. Due to their busy academic schedule, majority of the subjects spent less than 30 minutes of exercise per week or none at all. For the lifestyle, most of the control group has a sedentary lifestyle, while the experimental has a semi-active lifestyle and no one considered a sedentary one. Regarding sleeping hours, our subjects sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours a day, a range acceptable for a normal sleeping period. The control group sleeps longer in comparison with the experimental. Regarding the pain medications, most of the subjects haven't taken any pain medications during the conduction of this study, and only 1 member of the control group were found to have taken one. For the pain level, a pain scale of 2 is significant on both groups. On the control group, leg pain is the most dominant kind of pain present, while on the experimental side, backaches. Although different in the type of pain experienced, there isn't any significant difference between the 2. The control group, regarding the stress level, the control group has a higher mean stress level. However, both groups said they feel rushed and weak due to their busy academic life. By using the ANOVA, a significant difference between the 2 groups was noted. However, it is only a profile and may not greatly affect the result of the study itself. Effective Effectiveness is the degree to which objectives are achieved. What we mean here is to decrease the levels of pain and stress. Now, we measured these before, during, and after. For the pain level, there is an obvious decrease for the experimental group from 2.25 before to 0.50 during, and decreases considerably to 0 or no pain at all. The during phase implies that the effect of foot reflexology is immediately felt. As time progresses, pain level is significantly reduced. After analysis using the two-way ANOVA, it was found out that there is a significant difference between the control and experimental group before, during, and after in terms of their pain level. On the other hand, the control group has a consistent pain level since there isn't any intervention performed. Regarding the stress level, there is an obvious decrease in the experimental group. Before, it was 2.50 and reduced to 0.50 during and 0 or none at all after. The control group showed almost consistent stress level with a slight elevation in the during phase, which we believe are due to external factors, which is inevitable during the process. Using the two-way ANOVA for analysis, it is a very significant difference between the control and experimental group before, during, and after in terms of their stress level. Foot reflexology is found to be effective in alleviating pain and stress. For the results regarding pain level, effectiveness is the degree to which objectives are achieved. What we mean here is to decrease levels of pain and stress. We measure them in three ways: before, during, and after. For the pain level, there is an obvious decrease for the experimental group from 2.25 before to 0.50 during, and decreases considerably to 0 or no pain at all. The during phase implies that the effect of foot reflexology is immediately felt. As time progresses, pain level is significantly reduced. After analysis using the two-way ANOVA, it was found out that there is a significant difference between the control and experimental group before, during, and after in terms of their pain level. On the other hand, the control group has a consistent pain level since there isn't any intervention performed. For the stress level, obvious decrease is noted in the experimental group. Before, it was 2.50 and decreased to 0.50 during and 0 or none at all after. The control group showed almost consistent stress level with a slight elevation in the during phase, which we believe are due to external factors which is inevitable during this process. Using the two-way ANOVA for analysis, there is a very significant difference between the control and experimental group before, during, and after in terms of their stress level. Foot reflexology is found to be effective in alleviating pain and stress. Moving along, perceived acceptability is the quality on how much the subject accepts foot reflexology as a therapy to alleviate pain and stress. The experimental group has a very high acceptability level compared to the control group, even though they weren't able to receive any intervention. Regarding the level of difficulty, the following graphs constructed are representations of gathered information from the researchers themselves. They attended a seminar regarding foot reflexology, which makes them subjects on this part of the study. Results show that the level of difficulty lies on the average part, not that easy or not too difficult. Majority of the subjects claim that the learning process is fun and that it is indeed effective in application when they performed it among themselves. For the conclusions, there is a significant decrease in pain and stress levels of the experimental group during and after foot reflexology. Perceived acceptability was high in the control group and very high in the experimental group. The level of difficulty of learning and applying the foot reflexology is average. Since foot reflexology is considered effective, acceptable, and has an average level of difficulty, it is recommended as a potential nursing skill regarding pain and stress alleviation. Therefore, foot reflexology should be explored as a potential nursing skill regarding pain and stress management, and that it is a good form of complementary and alternative therapy and would complement nursing practices on pain and stress management. Finally, for the recommendations, our recommendation number 1 is to pilot test the integration of foot reflexology in the nursing curriculum. The second one would be to promote the use of foot reflexology in the nursing practice. And finally, to conduct another experiment to prove the effectiveness of foot reflexology. Again, thank you for the time for watching our video regarding our degree paper. Again, I am Marian Versov from Group 6 for NU10 Batch Eximius, and our paper is entitled The Effectiveness, Perceived Acceptability, and Level of Difficulty of Foot Reflexology as a basis for recommendation as a potential nursing skill. Please vote for us.